This month delivered some of the funniest fails you'll ever see. From perfectly timed mishaps to completely unexpected moments, every clip is here to test your self-control. Try not to laugh, but be warned, it's harder than it looks. It's one of those moments where you realize that sometimes staying out of the way is the greatest gift you can give. This is why trucks are banned from the city center. He snagged some power lines and took down 2 kilometers of cables, leaving half the city in the dark. Do you believe in invisible beings? Check out this creepy security footage where something unexplainable grabs a sleeping woman's leg and starts lifting it into the air. They accidentally went viral on the internet, but definitely not in the way they had planned.
Belanı vermesin.
Maybe now he'll finally go and fix that oil leak in his car. She earned a massive tip because she made absolutely everyone laugh. A tiny little kitten, but she certainly knows how to cause some massive chaos.
Where did that come from?
This is one of those clips where if it hadn't been filmed, nobody would ever believe it actually happened. Thank goodness the camera was rolling, because trying to explain this bizarre moment to your friends would make you sound completely crazy. Did the wind just start a new season of the show from? A tree just fell exactly like a scene from a horror TV show. Do you actually love winter, or are you just pretending to enjoy these freezing winter disasters? Do you believe in ghosts, or is there a logical explanation for what's happening here? She might not have planned on buying this item, but after that little accident, she's definitely taking it home now. Can anyone actually tell me what kind of dish this is supposed to be? A piece of the amusement park was blown away by a strong wind, or maybe they just didn't secure it tightly enough. Luckily, no one was hurt during this terrifying mechanical meltdown, but I think everyone's thrill-seeking quota was filled for a lifetime.
ดื้อไปแล้วนิดหน่อยมูมี่ว่านะครับ
We would have won.
I honestly can't describe how relieved I am that this season is finally coming to an end.
I'm done. Oh my god.
The life of an influencer isn't nearly as easy or glamorous as it looks on your feed. He really should have watched a couple of tutorials before realizing that's definitely not where the car jack goes. The driver in the other car was desperately trying to warn him what was about to happen, but he just hit the gas instead. Now this is what you call a camera in the perfect place at the absolute perfect time. Is it just me, or is this incredibly satisfying to watch? There really is something beautiful about winter when it behaves like this.
That was amazing. Oh.
He completely ignored the traffic signs, and on top of that, the road was a sheet of ice, but he still tried to play Vin Diesel. Are the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles having a massive New Year's Eve party down in the sewers right now? He thought he could handle his wife, but he forgot she's binge-watched every kung fu movie ever made and mastered all the moves. The kid clearly has talent, and you can already see it shining through at such a young age.
Whoa! The club went further than the ball.
This is one moment the dog definitely didn't see coming. For some of these clips, there is absolutely no logical explanation no matter how many times you hit replay. Something strange is happening with nature lately. Even though this rainbow is beautiful, these formations are a bit eerie. It's like the sky is putting on a high-definition light show that's both breathtaking and a little bit unsettling at the same time. It's a miracle she spotted it in time and reacted so fast, because God only knows how that situation would have ended. Working with glass is always a risky business where one tiny mistake can shatter your whole day. The birthday celebration is heading in a completely different direction, all because of 1 second of carelessness. Thousands of bats swarmed out of the cave to begin their hunt, and while tourists found it fascinating, I would have been running for my life. It looks like a scene straight out of a vampire movie, and I'm definitely not staying around to see if they're hungry for bugs or something else. He forgot to pull the handbrake and watched his car roll right into the lake. And to make it worse, it was actually his wife's car. They must have been preparing something incredibly spicy and fiery for lunch because the entire kitchen just went up in flames. When people think no one is watching, they act completely differently. In this video, hidden cameras captured real moments that were never meant to be seen. Get ready for shocking, funny, and unexpected behavior caught when they least expected it. If your delivery is late, this is probably why.
Aren't you tired of having to see your job posts and apply? It's like trying to find a needle in a haystack. That's why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Sometimes the road has other plans you just can't control. They genuinely love spending time together. This right here is what real relationship goals look like. There was a clear height warning for the truck. He ignored it and instantly regretted that decision. It goes from normal to chaos in a split second. The moment she realized the keys were inside, and the door was locked. Either this kid is incredibly strong, or those doors were never meant to survive. This was supposed to be a relaxing weekend. Somehow, it turned into the complete opposite. She just started her own small business, and on day one, this is what happens. Out of all the ways to impress a girl, he picked the absolute worst one. There's no recovering from this.
不是哥，这电梯里还有别人呢。你有病啊！
我就一根儿了。
He forgot the handbrake, and now the car is doing its own thing, rolling away like it has a mission.
Yeah, no, I have everything. Just, these are my keys.
They say women are great at multitasking, but this might be taking it just a bit too far. Don't worry, my wife is just learning how to drive. What could possibly go wrong, right? These stairs are insanely slippery. One step is all it takes for things to go downhill fast. She tried to jump over the fence, got stuck, and then flipped over in the most unexpected way. I just hope they didn't charge her for the haircut. She was robbed not long ago, so now she's always on edge. Even when these guys just stopped to park at their own house, she thought they were coming for her again. He bought a brand new vacuum cleaner. But it turns out, reading the instructions first would have saved him a lot of trouble. Cats are beautiful pets, no doubt, but somehow, chaos always comes included in the package. Imagine living in a tropical paradise with perfect sunny weather. And then, something like this casually walks into your house. He went out for a walk at the worst possible moment. Thunder crashing, lightning striking dangerously close. I really hope his car insurance covers this kind of situation, because this is definitely not a cheap fix. Now imagine trying to explain this to your boss. There's no version of the story that makes this sound good. An absolutely unbelievable moment on a construction site. Luckily, no one got hurt because this could have been way worse. Swimming with sharks is something I'd skip. Girls say it's either like this or nothing at all. What do you think, fair or way too much? He's probably the only person sad that winter is over. You can tell he was living his best life out there. Good thing those containers were plastic and not glass. Otherwise, this would have turned into a complete disaster. This happens a lot at gas stations. Oil leaks from cars make the ground super slippery, and things go wrong fast. Her husband is definitely glad he installed a doorbell camera. Otherwise, this moment would have never been caught on video. These cute cats clearly aren't happy about being watched. Ever since the camera showed up, their secret life isn't so secret anymore. What kind of basketball even is this? I've never seen anything like it before. He thought he got away with it, but the security camera had other plans and caught everything. Someone clearly did an amazing job cleaning this glass. It's so clear, you can't even tell it's there. This cute little cat was waiting to go outside, but the second it realized what's out there, it quickly decided inside is way better. They didn't even properly start working on the house, and it already went wrong. The package clearly said, fragile. The dog stepped in like a true professional to handle the situation. She was so lost scrolling on her phone. Her boyfriend was right in front of her, and she still started looking around like he disappeared.
Why'd I do that?
What? Where at? Oh.
This adorable dog just wanted to go to work with its owner. But since that wasn't allowed, things turned into a funny little chaos. When nature calls, we've all been in this situation. It's completely natural. These two thieves seriously need a new career, because if this is their strategy, crime is definitely not for them. I think this mailman might have a little crush on her.
Oh, yeah. Oh, don't, jeez!
What do you think? She didn't even notice the child fell out of the sled. She panicked for a second until she realized it was just a pillow.
Jesus Christ, dude.
It's the kind of cosmic chaos where you just have to shrug your shoulders, grab some popcorn, and accept that the universe is playing a prank on us all. Having a bear as a roommate means your no pets on the couch rule is officially retired because you aren't about to argue with 600 pounds of fuzzy muscle. She conquered the laundry mountain. Now she's back at the machine. Traditional lunch prep goes horribly wrong. They begged him to go on a nature adventure, and he's never doing it again. This trucker thought he'd seen everything until he witnessed a high-speed chase involving a desperate farmer and a lawnmower with a mind of its own. This groom might have had one too many drinks just to relax.
That's up.
You really have to hope they checked the accidental demolition box on their insurance policy before the walls decided to quit. I can't even imagine this falling on your head. It's literally like molten lava. You can never be too careful while driving. He tried to hit his friend with a snowball, but he slipped instead. Being a model has its difficult sides too. It's never a dull moment with them. They finished their work at the market and headed home, but got stuck because their tire fell into a drain. It takes serious guts to fly a plane, but landing in this weather is a fear level pro experience. If you're having a bad day, just know that his day is officially much worse. It's important to have fun with your friends, just make sure they aren't filming your epic fails. The snow took her right back to her childhood, but reality was waiting to greet her at the bottom of the hill. He tried way too hard to impress the girls in the car next to him, and it was instant regret.
Summer kid!
Some people really don't deserve a driver's license because they're out here driving like it's a GTA roleplay server. The wasps are officially striking back after he tried to evict their nest from the roof. Many people aren't fans of the police, but there are still good officers who restore your faith in humanity, like the one in this video. He thought it was funny to tease the dog, but this pup has a memory like an elephant and a grudge to match. The pilot let them take a few photos inside the helicopter, but they accidentally clicked a button that sent the whole thing into a wild spin. What started as a cool for the gram moment instantly turned into a high-speed blender experience that nobody signed up for. You can try to act casual all you want, but the unblinking eye of the security cam caught every single second of your shame. Are you also counting down the seconds until it's finally summer and we're back at the beach? When chaos finally breaks loose, absolutely nothing can stop it, especially not this runaway oil rig. He didn't properly secure his snowmobile, and this winter vacation just became an incredibly expensive disaster. If you've ever wondered what could possibly go wrong, well, everything went wrong right here.
Stevie, behind you. Behind you.
God damn it!
Age is just a number when you've got a wicked sense of humor and a best friend who's an easy target for a classic setup. This adorable dog is sitting there exactly like a human waiting for his morning coffee. They say men are better in the kitchen than women, but this guy is doing his absolute best to prove that theory wrong. Watching this clip makes me wonder if the end times are officially here, or if the world just decided to get really weird today. While the wind blows, the smell of BBQ becomes the only important thing in the world. Maybe he is actually trying to wash his hands of all those color scams. It's hard to be honest when your skin changes faster than political promises. colors on this locomotive are so cheerful that I expect it to speak. It probably hides a secret passage to a magical land where fuel is free. Physics obviously does not apply to this man who defies gravity. Had Newton seen this, he would have probably torn up all his scientific papers out of frustration. Fascination with yeast reaches its peak when the mass starts escaping from the bowl. Summer heat spares no one, not even these noble animals with manes. Bathing obviously suits him more than any walk on scorching sand or meadow. The gentleman serves as the most comfortable taxi this pet has ever booked. Heat deception is total because a fluffy tail hides under that brown mask. The owner will probably cry when they realize this creature needs to enter a white car. Workers' precision was impressive until gravity decided to intervene. The edges are slowly cracking and turning this work of art into an ordinary hole full of dust. The fear of wet feathers drives these little flyers into quick action above the foam. They look like runners trying to beat the ocean in a game of who gets to the sand first. Winter has turned their yard into a labyrinth that has no clear exit or map. Shovels are working faster than any engine as the snow walls slowly rise above their heads. Insects in huge swarms create visual effects that confuse even the most experienced nature observers. These living ribbons flutter in the wind as sunlight reflects off their tiny wings. He definitely has the best job in the world. The metal machine tilts dangerously as he tries to free the stuck juice inside the glass display. Beautiful shots from the deep reveal the bottom covered with white sand and unusual aquatic plants. A spider started running across the camera lens itself, creating an illusion of a giant monster attacking the studio. Dip persistently held onto the lift, but his snowboard had completely different plans for that day. The lucky observer behind the fence never dreamed that a souvenir would end up directly in his hands without any effort. The team on the shore had to react lightning fast to prevent their friend from ending up in a nearby cafe along with the engine. The car confidently began overtaking, unaware that a blue police interceptor was hiding in the deep shadow of the tree line. Fruit grower just dropped the fruit inside with a light motion and quickly raised the glass. Nature literally delivered a fresh snack right to his seat without any effort. Guy decided to combine living room comfort with the speed of a skateboard in motion. Passersby rub their eyes while he sits relaxed and glides past them as if he were in his own room. Red truck remained trapped on the very edge while its cabin hung over the abyss. The driver is experiencing his worst moments, hoping the structure will withstand his massive weight. Luck was on the side of the man who miraculously survived this direct contact with the locomotive. The cabin remained intact just by a hair, allowing him to step out uninjured but visibly shaken. Roofs were crushed under the force of the tree that had provided shade to these streets for decades. Nature decided to retire in the most destructive way possible, destroying everything in its path. Flames looked terrifying as they licked the metal surface of the tank full of flammable liquid. The driver tries to stop the vehicle as far away from other cars as possible to prevent a greater tragedy on the road. Driver noticed the intruder on the camera and decided to give him a ride he would never forget. The truck began swerving left and right at an incredible speed, turning the trailer into a real centrifugal cage. Man with the cigarette was left standing completely covered in white powder, looking like a snowman in the middle of summer. His stupidity cost the station owner a huge cleanup, but prevented a catastrophic explosion of the entire facility. Citizens frantically sought shelter because an old chestnut tree fell right in the middle of the main city thoroughfare. Mom immediately gave chase, but unfortunately slipped on the perfectly mowed grass in front of thousands of spectators. Her fall became a viral hit, but despite everything, she managed to grab her child and move him to safety. Every pedal stroke at this altitude looks like a dance with death above the chasm. Spectators are left breathless watching the tires slice the ice where no sane person would even think of riding. Engineering ingenuity here saves kilometers of asphalt from total destruction and disappearance. Terrain stabilization is slow, but every fixed pillar means a victory of man over the untamable power of nature. Watch how the metal blades spin as the aircraft slowly loses altitude searching for a runway. Engineers foresaw the worst-case scenario, placing salvation within the landing gear mechanism itself. Fortunately, the precision of the jump was perfect and he landed softly in the arms of his heroes. Such scenes remind us how much seconds matter when life hangs by a thread in the midst of a terrible fire. The battle against the elements lasts for hours, and the damage left behind by this storm will be enormous and difficult to repair. Shock and disbelief prevail among observers as he slowly conquers hundreds of meters of height. Every movement of his on the smooth surface of the building looks like defiance of the laws of gravity and common sense. Enjoying the silence of the ocean provides a feeling that cannot be compared to anything on land. Every dive brings new discoveries and encounters with unusual inhabitants of the Adriatic blue. Laughter and anger mix in this video that quickly went viral on the internet. The effort to save himself from the moisture failed in a second due to the carelessness of the one rushing through the flooded street. Only one brave little girl resolutely moved forward, crawling at a speed that delighted everyone present. Her arrival into her father's arms was celebrated as if she had won a gold medal at the Olympic Games. The truck slowly gets its new identity through these beautiful, handwritten symbols. Watching this process has a hypnotizing effect on anyone who loves order, aesthetics, and top-tier craftsmanship. The plastic snapped under the force of the rage of a man who had clearly had enough of others' negligence. The surveillance camera footage captured this moment where work ethic gave way to pure, uncontrolled anger. The citizen will now have to repair the damage, while the worker will likely have a long talk with his boss about etiquette. The optical illusion is created by the perfect timing of air current spinning the leaves in circles. Every frame of this video carries a strange, fairy tale atmosphere where inanimate objects come to life for a moment. It's hard to believe that an ordinary beech tree can produce such a spectacle without any special effects. Vertical transport here never stops, creating a rhythmic sound that resembles the heartbeat of the building itself. Paternoster elevators are a true rarity in the modern world, but still fascinate with their simplicity and continuous operation. Safety here is left to the user's skill, turning every trip to a floor into a small adventure. Her ex-boyfriend found a solution for his ex-girlfriend who was stalking him. Honestly, for him it might be safer to just walk. I don't think windshield wipers are helping at all here. No matter how fast they go, they're losing this battle badly. She tried to pull off a master move like a pro. A few seconds later, she instantly regretted even trying it.
Live.
This frozen lake looks absolutely unreal. It's like nature decided to turn everything into glass. Is it just me, or is this insanely satisfying to watch? You could honestly stare at this for way longer than you planned. What is actually going on here? Someone please explain it in the comments because this makes no sense at all. This guy got way too close to lava. At this point, it's not bravery anymore. It's straight up madness. Have you ever seen this many people in one place? It looks less like a crowd and more like a human ocean. Tiny crabs have completely taken over this beach. It's like the sand itself just came to life and started moving. At first glance, it looked like a massive hole in the lake. But then you realize, it's actually a flock of birds perfectly forming that shape. Is that actually Luffy's hat in real life? One piece of proof that anime might be getting a little too real. His happiness didn't last very long. Now he's about to realize fun comes with a very expensive bill. She's definitely having one of the most interesting childhoods ever. They thought they needed a big dog to guard the house. Turns out, this tiny one is more than enough to handle business. Just look at this little boat fighting against massive waves. I'm getting seasick just watching this from my screen. This is literally me every time I wake up early. No thoughts, no energy. Just pure confusion. At the end of the day, it's all about enjoying life and the little things. Sometimes the smallest moments hit the hardest. He completely forgot about the fan above him. Instant regret, straight to the head. Fire discreetly embraces the dry branches. The wood surrenders to the heat without a fight. Mountain looks like it is bleeding clouds. A white river flows where there is no water. Driver obviously has very strange companions. This passenger at least doesn't complain about the music. Snake clearly ruined the afternoon nap. Tails are flying everywhere in a panic. Engineers will have a lot of explaining to do tomorrow. Onlookers just stare silently at the raging water. Road looks like it's starting to burn. White smoke dances in front of frozen truck drivers. Gravity is currently calling the shots on the curve. The driver is probably praying to every saint he knows. Nature has decided to show who the real boss is. Shocked passers-by are filming this incredible chaos with their phones. The owner pulls the rope across the hot sand in vain. The animal clearly enjoys roasting in the direct sun. Sky is completely blue and without any trace. Still, one dark spot stands motionless on the rock. Room turns into an arena with no exit. The furniture stands no chance against the sharp horns. The owner obviously loves adrenaline or hates his inventory. Traveling has never been this refreshing and cheerful. The bar offers everything a thirsty traveler's heart desires. This caterer deserves 5 stars for mobile creativity. Surface churned under the weight of the mythical being. A majestic tail greets the sun before submerging. Nature has once again shown who rules the blue infinity. The zoo got a new morning show star. He thinks he has found the perfect friend for a joke. Even animals know how to appreciate a good joke at their own expense. Branches are covered with some very strange fur. Delicate buds peek through that thick, dark mist. All passers-by stop to touch this botanical mystery. Driver didn't even know he had a stowaway. Gravity did its job at the moment of moving. Luckily, this fall ended with only a bit of bruised pride. Tangled construction won't let the sharp motor blades out. The boat stands still while the water foams around it. Serious tools will be needed to resolve this chaos. Wagon window offers an incredible view of the flock. The footage shows thousands of silhouettes dancing in the air. No one on the train looks away from this unusual phenomenon. Wind tries to knock down everything before it on the street. Inside, complete peace and the smell of freshly brewed coffee reign. The safety of thick glass provides the best seat for watching the chaos. Fireworks happen at the moment when steel meets ember. Each swing of the hand leaves a glowing trail in the dark. This old technique looks more impressive than any modern pyrotechnics. Wondrous creature swims calmly through the deep water. The light blue shade glows brighter than the sun itself. Rarely does anyone have the chance to see such a natural phenomenon live. Underwater encounter has become quite a sticky situation. The man tries to stay calm while the tentacles slowly spread. A careful maneuver will be needed to get rid of this unwanted embrace. Cold wind hits the metal chassis of the helicopter. The piece of frozen water can barely withstand such weight of the machine. This mission looks like a scene from the most expensive action movie. Wires snap with a deafening sound across the field. Metal poles fall one after another in a row. The entire landscape changes under the force of this incredible destruction. Mountain peaks are reflected in the crystal clear water. Every movement leaves a mark on this natural hall. Winter peace completes the beauty of this incredible outdoor moment. Customers watch confusedly as the goods disappear outside. The wind is stronger than any human effort. The market emptied in a second without a single item sold. Storm left tracks over a meter high. A shovel will be the only best friend this morning. Going out for coffee will have to wait at least a few more hours. Tourists inside are experiencing the most terrifying moments of their lives. The elephant doesn't allow anyone to pass through his territory. The green color of the car didn't help at all in hiding from this force. Asphalt disappears into the dark depth without notice. Paws move faster than ever before in a panic. Luck was on the side of this small, furry runner. Alien drawings adorn the blue endless vault today. The clouds have arranged themselves into perfect geometric formations. All passers-by hold their phones in the air and record the miracle. Door was open for just 1 second. That was enough for the whole horde to enter inside. Now no one knows how to drive these little rascals out. Left head wants to go in one direction. The right head looks towards a completely opposite bush. The snake moves slowly because the eyes are arguing over the path. He creates incredible art installations using trash. From a distance they look like birds, but up close you realize what they're really made of, and it's mind-blowing. A CCTV camera captured something no one should ever see, and no one can explain what happened here. It looks like a nightmare basketball player. The forest definitely hides secrets we don't want to know. The ground is boiling like grandma's pot. The meadow decided to become a private BBQ hell. Sky has too many light bulbs turned on today. A man filmed a solar system on sale. Dogs are barking like they see the devil. The sheep are wondering if it's time to run. People are filming a mysterious ring underneath it. Aliens have clearly come to play a game of hoops. Heavenly Guardian decided to show up for the cameras. Everyone stopped because such a sight is breathtaking. Cotton castles are floating above us. Travelers in the clouds must be enjoying the view. Color of the bushes reminds me of the sweetest bubblegum. Someone was very meticulous with gardening here. Creature escaped from some neon club. It glows brighter than the streetlights in the city center. Let's hope it finds its way to the deep soon. Ghosts have clearly decided to become modern models. Light pulses without any visible energy source. A silent firework display is confusing the whole village. Maybe the clouds above us decided to open a disco. The horse became a taxi for two ugly dwarfs. The owner was left in shock while they disappeared into the darkness. Optical illusion on this man completely fries the brain. He came to the party holding his knees, which are walking next to him. Tree decided to become a living torch in the middle of the woods. The fire isn't spreading at all, even though the flames look terrifying. Bricks are jumping on their own as the ground pulses. Look at how the concrete turns into a wavy sea. Blue light is drawing circles on the dark horizon. The pilot of this object surely had one too many drinks. The insects look like dry branches that have come to life. The man stands calmly while an entire forest dances on his head. Sun got a perfectly round frame today. This phenomenon looks like a portal to another dimension. Animal looks like it's wearing a crown made of bones. Nature was in a very strange mood when it designed this head. The ice sheet is behaving like a giant vinyl record. Fluid physics is performing some very strange tricks here. The flame performs a choreography that no dancer can follow. The sandy surface burns in perfect, fast circles. Nobody would believe this isn't some expensive CGI magic. Nature definitely doesn't use filters here because its colors are too strong. Trees are covered in layers that look like alien fur. Walking through this area feels like a trip to another dimension. Fata Morgana is making total chaos in human brains again. The horizon has vanished and metal giants are now sailing through the clouds. It looks as if someone actually turned off gravity for 5 minutes. The object in the sky has no wings or visible engine at all. The selfie became evidence for local conspiracy theorists. Even birds look confused while this miracle races past them. Electric discharge looks like it's tearing the very fabric of reality. The plane flies calmly while the sky literally cracks around it. All passengers would probably scream if they saw what the camera is recording. A mutation or a bad joke of nature is walking in front of the lens. The head looks like it was stolen from a human and glued onto a beast. Nobody wants to meet this kind of friend in the dark. Alien technology has clearly landed in the neighbor's yard. The circle changes size without any logic or cables. Maybe the neighbor is just trying to throw the most modern party in the village's history.